As evidenced by Dino Bravo and Jimmy Hart, Montreal has always been a great wrestling city, and tonight is no different. Smackdown, the Smackdown after SummerSlam, which is now a thing, is at the Bell Center. Nick Aldis has already announced that, or confirmed that John Cena is going to be there. Who knows, maybe Brock Lesnar too. Cody Rhodes, and confirmed tag match, the Motor City Machine Guns versus the MFTs. Not sure which ones, but I'm excited. Let's go to the Bell Center. Welcome to Silo Voice Wrestling on YouTube and the Silo Voice Wrestling podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jason C. McLean. Okay, so we've made it to the Bell Center. I'm expecting surprises, but I can't really expect surprises. I'm gonna, check out everything. Who knows? Maybe check out the T-shirts. We're here just in time for the pre-show, so we're gonna get to see some dark matches. I'm gonna tell you all about that after it happens, but for right now, I'm waiting to be surprised. Let's head inside. And inside we went. Yes, that was 2 days ago. I'm clearly back in the studio. It's now August 10th in the early afternoon. But yeah, we went inside the Bell Center. We got our seats. They're actually pretty good seats. All seats in the lower bowl are good in the Bell Center. We were a bit to the right of the right or left. We were a bit off the ring, but we had a great view of the ring. People looked like people, not ants. Of course, we could also look at the screen. We got there before the show started. Show started just after 7:30 with Mark Nash, the announcer, the ring announcer, and who's pretty good in French. He spoke, obviously on the show, he spoke English, but he spoke in French and English to the crowd. In a video package, when they showed Cody beating Cena, and when Mark Nash mentioned that Cody was going to be there, Cody got some pretty loud boos. Now, I was wondering, maybe was this a sign the crowd was going to turn on Cody in Montreal? We are kind of known for, as Cena would later say, hijacking the show. But no, that was short-lived. Of course, Cody came out pure babyface, making a save. But yeah, so I was a little bit concerned. But no. I think people were just annoyed that Cena didn't win. So then we got our first, I guess it's not a dark match if it's being taped for main event. But we got Carmelo Hayes versus Axiom. Spoiler alert for main event. Carmelo won. Good match to start things off. And I noticed at this point that, they have the LED screens on the ring. There's one side of the ring that didn't have the LED screen. It had the main event banner over it. Obviously, they were going to change that later. I remember remarking to my brother Joe, by the way, who shot all of my outdoor stuff. And got me the ticket as a birthday present. Thank you very much, my brother Joe. But yeah, I remember remarking, oh yeah, look, maybe that's so that they can get things from under the ring. And Joe said, oh, maybe they're going to maybe that means someone's going through a table. So we're excited about that. That wasn't what it meant, because they played a package as they were sort of changing up the ring apron and they were changing the thing. And in retrospect, I realized the reason they kept it like that and what they were doing was they were allowing somehow sneaking Drew McIntyre under the ring because he would come out from under the ring. So we didn't notice that at the time. Very good sleight of hand. Also, Drew's a big guy, but it was dark, whatever. There was something on the screen talking about, the show's about to start now. And then WWE, then, now, forever, together. And then recap of SummerSlam. They didn't show the people walking in, but John Cena, well, not John Cena sucks. The whole, the dark intro with the big light up thing. You saw that on TV if you watch SmackDown. Yeah, massive crowd pop. Cena was really over. Everyone was really excited. I was cheering. We were standing. Some really great, classic, almost cheesy, but classic babyface interaction with the crowd, emotional. I bought it coming from him. The WWE avoided Montreal because of the screw job. He didn't say that, but because the crowd might hijack the show. And he's like, I've never been afraid of that because the crowd is the show. Perfect. And then completely unexpected, the perfect heel came out, Logan Paul challenging him. And for a second, I started thinking, okay, I knew we knew we were getting Cena, but I thought and we were going to get Cody. I thought it was just going to be Cena with a promo segment. Maybe Brock Lesnar attacks him or something like that. And then at the end of the show, we're going to get, because Cena was at the beginning, we were going to get Cody in a promo segment, maybe setting up his next feud. I didn't think we were going to get either of them in the match. And at one point, it looked like we were going to get him versus Logan Paul, but Logan, the perfect heel, the whole in a beautiful when he said French-speaking city or French-speaking country, I knew he was going to talking about Clash in Paris. The crowd knew it too, started booing, but then Drew comes out from under the ring like we didn't see him go in, and I was paying pretty close attention. Good sleight of hand. Drew attacks him. Cody comes down. Yep, the crowd's behind Cody, and then they actually set up Clash in Paris, but also Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre versus John Cena and Cody Rhodes in a tag team match. We had Cena wrestling on the show. That was a really, really exciting start to the show. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe we're getting this on our show. And it was a packed crowd. I think it was sold out, 14,000, something like that. But yeah, it looked full, and we were definitely a hype crowd. This was a great crowd to do this match in front of. Then we got our first planned match of the night, Motor City Machine Guns versus the MFTs, in particular, Talatonga and JC Mateo. Kind of looks like they're going to be the tag team. Tongaloa is just sort of there, so I didn't even acknowledge him. It was a good match. I mean, it was the crowd just like were so hyped after that Cena segment that I don't know if we gave this the right energy, but I mean the MFTs were cheating the whole time. So yeah, MCMG lost because of a lot of interference. Eventually, it was a choke slam from Talatonga. Look, I mean, he definitely looks tall, even in person from several seats back at the back of the lower bowl of the Bell Center. But Good Soul is going to cuts a promo on the crowd. And then Nick Aldis comes out. And we're like, okay, he's going to put Solo in a match. Someone who Solo knows very well. Wait, someone who Montreal knows? Oh, wait, no. Is it? Because we figured that Sami Zayn was going to be in the dark. Yeah, I got my Sami Zayn t-shirt on now. I actually wore, as you can see in the videos, I wore my CM Punk t-shirt to the show. I was like, okay, Zayn might be, I mean, I'm a big Sami Zayn guy, and I figured he might be in a dark match, but I was like, I got all Raw talent. I'm just going to wear the nicest shirt. Maybe I'll pick up a Cena shirt, which, by the way, sold out pretty quickly. The special branded Cena shirt. They weren't on sale at the table I saw at the beginning, but then they announced it. And apparently, according to my brother, who went out for one bit, I stayed in my seat the whole time. There was like lineups, like massive lineups for these like limited edition Cena shirts. Anyways, so yes, it was Sami Zayn. He came out, and they didn't show this on the show. They just went to commercial, but during commercial, he did the whole run around the Bell Center. I think Wade Barrett or Joe Tessitore acknowledged it on commentary that it was wild, but what it was Zayn was running all around the arena, up into the stands, he went to the side, looked like he was going back to the ring. When they cut the commercial, he went right past the ring through the stands. It was, again, just like the last time where they showed some of that on TV, where he came in through the crowd fighting the Raw that I was at the Bell Center, fighting Chad Gable. Mention that a little bit later. But yeah, it was great. The match started, and I'm kind of glad it was non-title because Sami won. He pinned the United States champion. That might come into play a little bit later. Probably not, because I think him winning the United States championship, he outright has to switch brands. And I'm pretty sure Sami's going for the World Heavyweight Championship. But this was a really fun match to see. There was, of course, cheating interference, but Sami Zayn prevailed in his hometown. Yay. I was not expecting that. And then there was the Women's Tag Team Championship celebration / Alexa Bliss's birthday. It was hilarious. You probably saw that on TV. Like we got the cake, said, "Congratulations, Charlotte Flair," in big letters. Also Alexa, P.S. Happy birthday, something like that. The moment we saw the cake, we knew someone was going through the cake. But we figured we'd have some time before then. The crowd, Montreal was really into this. We were embracing the Charlotte Flair babyface turn and Alexa and their dynamic. It was just a really funny segment. We always get these funny segments, big segments in Montreal that I think they really pull out the stops. They only come here every couple of years for a big show. So they're pulling out all the stops. We got the Charlie doll to compliment Alexa's Lily doll. The crowd was chanting, "Hug, hug, hug," because Charlotte was like, "You may hug me now." And it's just fun. It's just fun, good entertainment, like really into it. But then, of course, the moment Chelsea Green's music hit, I was like, okay, I know who's going through the cake. But yeah, The crowd was going to cheer Chelsea, even though we just cheered the other people, but she dissed the Habs. She's really, I think Chelsea's, I even said in interviews, not Unreal, didn't say that there, but she's like, I'm supposed to be the bad guy. I hate it when people cheer me. It's not good for my opponents, but like they were still cheering Charlotte and Alexa. Chelsea got the crowd against her right away. Excellent. Unfortunately, this is not Raw, which is on Netflix everywhere. So while I'm sure Netflix viewers were seeing the matches during the commercial breaks, they were just getting that do on hold music. So we were getting stuff on the screens, promo stuff, what have you, for various things during the breaks with the lights down. But then, yeah, we started up with Chelsea Green versus Charlotte Flair. It was a good, fun match. We got Alexa diving on the secret Hervis. Of course, Hervis trying to cheat. And, of course, the Hervis, of course, bringing the cake. And we know what's happening. Chelsea tried to put Charlotte through with an unpretty her, but then instead Charlotte reversed the unpretty her, and Chelsea went face first into the cake. They were eating the cake. It was really fun. Just a good, fun segment. Now, we didn't get there's a lot of people we didn't get. We got like some of the main event people on this show, but we didn't get some of the SmackDown regulars. Like we saw Carmelo Hayes backstage, but as far as the local audience, we actually saw Carmelo Hayes first in the main event match. So we got a Carmelo Hayes Axiom match. We got that too. That was one of our matches. And then everyone got the backstage little fun bit with we didn't get to see Tiffany Stratton out there. Would have been nice to see Tiffany, but I guess you got your main event talent, and I think Charlotte and Alexa are probably more over than the WWE Women's Champion, Women's Tag Team Champions. They are on both brands, and one of them is Charlotte Flair, the other is Alexa Bliss, so it made sense. Otherwise, we would have just gotten Tiffany versus Chelsea, probably. Always nice to see Chelsea as well, too. So that was a fun little bit backstage with Tiffany Stratton talking to first Jade Cargill, then Jade to Julia and her representative. And then we got the business card pass. And it was fun how Michin pulled it up, sort of a little round robin thing backstage, but it also meant we weren't getting him out there. We also didn't get, we got Aleister Black in the video package. We got the Wyatt Six in the video package. We didn't get them. I like how the Wyatt Six video package interrupted the ESPN launch, which is, I guess, irrelevant to us in Canada because we're still going to watch everything on Netflix. But in the States, that's very important, very controversial. I might do a video talking about the whole affordability of WWE in Canada because it's actually a lot more affordable here than it is elsewhere than it is in the States. But I don't really have a dog in that fight. I'm sure I have a lot of American viewers here, but I watch it all on Netflix, and you can too with a VPN. If I had a VPN sponsor, I'd mention them right now. We also got a fun little bit backstage with R-Truth and John Cena. John was kind of still, as a babyface, kind of gaslighting the guy, like basically taking advantage of the fact that Truth thinks they're the same person. The little hand thing was good, but then he's like, yeah, remember when you made that kid cry in Brussels? I guess we weren't going to get Truth on the show or Ron Killings. I'm wondering if Ron Killing, he's going to go back to being the comedy R-Truth, or if we're going to keep with that Ron Killings tough guy thing. I hope we keep a little bit of both. He can do both. I hope we get to see him in more of a prominent position, not fighting Cena because he's buddies with Cena now, maybe tagging with him in the comedic light, but also, maybe him coming in, Damian Priest and Aleister Black. We got that Black segment, maybe him interfering in a sort of like more active way, more serious way. Regardless, it was time for the main event, and we got the entrances, Logan and Drew, and then they went to commercial break. The show did, so the ring went dark, and they start playing videos. And I'm sure this was by design. They played the clip from Stephanie's Places interviewing CM Punk, and you could sort of see like the people near the ringside. Drew was kind of losing it in the ring because he doesn't really like CM Punk. So interesting selection. I happened to notice my my phone around this time. The time there was like 15 minutes left in the show when they started Cody and Cena's introduction. So I'm like, okay, this is obviously not going to be a long match. Maybe there's going to be a DQ. It sort of felt like the show was moving along, so I kind of figured that anyways. But you know what? We're still going to get to see it. The match, it was really fun because it was really fun to see like Cena getting that hot tag. Cody looked like he was going to tag out, but then he got pulled back. They really worked on Cody, Drew, and Logan. But Cena did get in. Yeah, it was right near the end. He got in, but he did his you can't see me, the AA on Logan. But of course, Drew came in, interrupted. It was down by the side, but he got back up. And then eventually, yeah, Logan did the nut shot, the low blow to Cena right in front of the referee. So disqualification. And as I'm sure you saw on TV, it ended with Cena and Logan fighting off. And then Drew claymored Cody into the bottom of the announce table. So obviously it was kind of sad getting off the air. We did get to see Cody get up and be taken off, but of course that's how they ended for the crowd. This match, I love just the simple fact that we got to see John Cena in the ring one last time, and Cody. The fact that we, even though it was a DQ, whatever, like it's watching on TV, I might be like, oh, it's cool. Oh, it's a DQ, whatever. I expected that. But in the arena, just that we got to see it was great. It's a completely different experience, and it was great for our show. And of course, yeah, it ended on a sad note, but then we got to see Cody get up, so we cheered. But then right away they went into the first of the two dark matches they called main event: Bayley versus Raquel Rodriguez. Short match, good match, and Bayley won. That was just a little video I shot of it. And then we had the set when Sami Zayn came out, got an introduction, got to talk to the crowd. It was great. He'd already won on the show. We were expecting, I was expecting him in a dark match. They had announced it. It was against him versus El Grande Americano. I think I shouted out which one, and it was the Ludwig Kaiser one, because as Sami was talking, El Grande attacks him from behind. It was a short match, but a borderline squash, but a second victory of the night for Sami Zayn.
Let's go! 1, 2, 3! Sammy gets his pin.
And then Sami got to talk to the crowd, send everyone home happy. He brought his son up into the ring, said this was all about, this is the little guy that beats him every night. He does the job every night because he wrestles with his son. It was great. It was wholesome, and it was a great way to end off the night. I think they were going to end off that night anyways, but and I figured it would be something like that in a dark match, but because Sami's still on Raw, he's still wrestling Monday. But what I was really surprised at, I love the fact that he actually was in the ring on the actual show, beat Solo Sikoa. And again, this was I've seen live the one at SmackDown just before Elimination Chamber at the Bell Center. Then it was Sami. There was some great. That was actually Bray Wyatt's last TV appearance. Him and Uncle Howdy took out Hit Row, and then he was in the dark match at the end. He beat LA Knight. I think it was actually better than their Royal Rumble match, the lights, Mountain Dew, pitch black match. But yeah, that was a great, memorable. And I saw Raw that started with Rhea, having having the injury right after WrestleMania. And I mean, that was definitely a monumental thing, even though it was not a good thing, but it ended with Sami Zayn retaining the Intercontinental Championship he had just won. And then, the Chad Gable heel turn, and after it went off the air, it was a major event too. Sami ended up, Gable got out, Sami got back up, gave a speech to the crowd. But of all the ones I've seen live, I think this is definitely the most eventful. This was the most monumental, and this is the one I think I had the most fun at. So good job. Also, it's the second time that Cody Rhodes has shown up at a live show in Montreal after just having won the WWE Championship, or the Undisputed WWE Championship. He did that after he won it by beating Roman, and he did it after beating Cena. So I feel special. I feel it was a great show. Let me know what you thought of that show watching on TV, or if you saw it in person, or the difference you feel watching something on the screen or in person. Let me know in the comments. Follow at Silo Voice Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram, at Silo Wrestling on X, and me at Jason C. McLean on X and Instagram, and jasoncmclean.bsky.social on Bluesky. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications to get all my wrestling hot takes, cold takes, simmering takes, WWE Premium Live Event prediction and review videos, wrestling opinion pieces, assorted thoughts on Raw and SmackDown, and of course the occasional report of going to assorted thoughts on going to WWE Live. For the final words, I'll send it back to myself after just leaving the Bell Center. Okay, so yes, we got to see John Cena, but we actually got to see him wrestle, tagging with Cody Rhodes. We got the champion in his first match back after winning it for the second, and he fought Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul. Excellent. Yeah, the match ended in a DQ. It was kind of short, but it was still really great. We got great funny segment with Charlotte and Alexa, and we actually got Chelsea Green to get booed by dissing the hometown. And Sami Zayn, not just once during the show, where he actually pinned the United States champion, but also in a dark match planned after the show against El Grande Americano, the Ludwig Kaiser version. So, yeah, this was a really packed, fun show, a great show to be at. I'm glad it happened right here. I'm glad I was part of this crowd. Hope you've enjoyed this sort of review from on the scenes of Versailles Voice Studios in Montreal. I'm Jason C. McLean, outside of the Bell Center.